Hi, it's Claire Saunders from What's New in Electronics, and I'm here at IPC Apex Day 1 in Anaheim, and I've been joined by Robert from Datest. How are you?
Hi Claire, good to see you.
Good to see you again. So we caught up this time last year, so tell me what's happened with Datest in the last 12 months.
Absolutely nothing. It's been a perfectly quiet, uneventful year, just like we like it. Stability, predictability, non-volatility. What's not to like?
So what challenges have you seen in the last 12 months?
Let me count the ways. Macro, things slow down in view of the chaos emanating from certain government sectors. Some businesses have simply opted to make no major decisions, and that flows down to us in the form of fewer orders, fewer commitments, less initiatives on the engineering side, much uncertainty, and people don't like uncertainty.
No.
So often from a management standpoint, it's more optimal not to do anything, just to stand still until the horizon reveals itself and people can figure out how best to navigate.
Yeah.
And as we speak, some people are still trying to make that determination. So we've kind of suffered the effects of that and had to learn to navigate it.
Yeah.
So there's no textbook for this. We're in a sense making it up as we go along, trial and error,
Yeah.
and doing the best we can.
And and you're right. There's challenges come along all the time in different forms and different shapes. But with all challenges, there are opportunities, and you have to navigate your way through. You have to see how you can try and adjust your business to suit and work with the format that you have currently, and the if you like the tariffs and all the other bits and pieces. But you're changing your business slightly to add additional sort of benefits. So I understand you're doing more educational stuff, and you're introducing webinars. Is that correct?
Yes, we are getting out and about and speaking more on technical topics this year, both at trade shows and online. For example, Datest will be sponsoring 2 webinars in the next 2 months, one on April the 14th and a second one on May the 21st.
Okay.
The first is about improving throughput and the use of AI in automated X-ray inspection. I will be hosting the webinar, and our speaker will be Jesper Leike, who's the president of Viscom USA,
Okay.
who is our AXI partner. We purchased a Viscom system last year. And he will be talking specifically to the use of automation in the analysis and processing of X-ray images in high volume and production modes, and talking about some of the new AI software that Viscom has developed to address reducing some of the drudgery in processing these images.
Okay.
In the past, with AXI systems as a class, you had to have a highly skilled operator to evaluate literally hundreds of images from every board if there were defects. And then that person had to be qualified to make a determination between legitimate calls and false failures. And that could take all day
Yeah.
for someone just to do a handful of boards. Some of the tools that Jesper's going to describe have sped that process up significantly and removed a lot of the drudgery, leaving only the significant calls for the skilled operator, and thereby maximizing throughput.
Yeah, of course. So a time saving, so it's people saving time, which is always important in a business, particularly when things are tough. You want to be making sure that everybody's working as hard as they can, as productively as they can.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Speaking of time saving, our second webinar, May 21st, will be with our partners at SPEA, who build the flying probe test systems that we operate. And Dustin Warren, who is VP of Sales and Regional Director for SPEA America, is going to be speaking on improving programming throughput with flying probe systems from conception to production in 60 minutes.
Okay.
And he's going to be discussing some of the software tools, once again, that SPEA has to enable EMS companies to go from start to finish, from beginning of program through to production-ready tool in a very short time.
Wow, okay.
He claims 60 minutes. I'm looking forward to hearing that as a long-time test engineer and owner of a test engineering company.
Yeah.
I'll be very interested in what he has to say on that subject. That's kind of the holy grail in the flying probe business, to be able to generate a program in less than an hour.
Okay.
So
okay.
I'm eager to hear what he has to say.
Well, let's hope he can stick by his word.
We shall see. We'll have him on a stopwatch.
Now, these webinars, how do people get involved with them?
We will publicize them through the usual channels, LinkedIn and so forth, make links available. Also, there'll be QR codes. We have flyers that we're circulating here on the show floor today and throughout the week, where people can register. And it's really very easy. It's free of charge. It takes an hour of their time. Both of the webinars will be at 10 o'clock Pacific on their respective days. And hopefully they'll fill a gap in knowledge. And we hope to make this a regular thing. These are the first of what we hope will be eventually 4 to 6 webinars a year on very focused topics of technical interest, addressing gaps in people's knowledge or addressing lingering questions in the use of the technology that need to be addressed for general use.
And again, education gives confidence, gives knowledge. So, when you are having these times where you say things are challenging and people are nervous about stuff, having that additional information, being able to share your queries, your questions on what's happening is invaluable.
Absolutely. And we think that a well-informed customer is a more knowledgeable customer, and a knowledgeable customer is better equipped to spend their engineering dollars wisely and not go off on a tangent or down a rabbit hole that leads to no useful outcome. So we're, in a sense, looking out for our customers' best interests to make them more informed, so that they can do what's best for their own companies.
Absolutely. Well, it sounds great and very interesting, and I hope it's successful for you and many more to come. And if we don't catch up again before, then in a year's time you can tell me about the other webinars that you've been hosting.
Happy to do it.
Thank you so much for joining us, Robert.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks.